Welcome to another episode of Everybody's Got Something. I'm your host, Seth Hoffman. Today we have on the show Bébé, Alicia Ultan, and Maryse Lapierre. Let's get into it and have a good time. All right.
Hey, Seth.
It's a pleasure to have you.
Hi. Awesome to be here.
Bébé, I've known of you for, how long have you been? I feel like 20 years. I don't know if it's been that long.
We've been
15
going
years?
for 15 years.
16.
Yes.
15 and a half.
A good long while, and I've known of you and seen you, but never have I got a chance to sit down and chat with you and hear your story. And so we're just blessed to have you today.
Oh, thank you.
So why don't you maybe first introduce yourselves, and then we'll hear the story behind the music.
Okay. I'm Alicia Ultan.
Maryse Lapierre.
Okay.
Yes,
And
I'm
so,
from Canada.
So tell.
Yeah, a little something.
So out of curiosity, how did you find your way to Albuquerque from Quebec? Is that right?
Yes, especially
She
since
knew I was waiting for her.
Yes,
Is that
that's
right?
it.
Oh.
We kind of fell in love,
Yeah, we
like music love. No, seriously, I didn't know New Mexico existed. Sorry.
I did. Listen, I'm from America. I didn't know New
okay.
Mexico existed.
But in 2001, I moved to New Mexico, so it's exactly half my life.
Okay.
So I've been here. I feel New Mexican.
Yes.
Kind of.
And what drew you here, out of curiosity?
Love and adventures.
Okay.
Is really. I was in love with someone who lived in Taos at the time.
Okay.
And so it was a long distance relationship for a while.
And how did you meet? Was it like online?
gosh.
Like I don't know if you want to go into it.
Yeah, well, we
Curious.
met in New England. We were both away doing like a 2-month, we were at a center that helped autistic kids, and we were both volunteering there.
Okay.
So I lived in Montreal, he lived in Taos, and we met, and we fell in love, and we were like, well, what do we do now? And he said, it's way more sunny where I live. You might want to consider moving there. So I checked it out, and we had like a long distance relationship for a couple of years, and then I moved here, we got married, and we're not together anymore, but it was, a very important relationship and move and look at all the,
So it was all meant to be. It was all part of a larger plan.
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Okay, so
New Mexico has a way of drawing people.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And keeping people.
Yes.
Right?
Well, and I find the more when you're here and then when you leave and then you come back, you realize it's like, okay, there's something very special about
it is
this
special.
place. Yeah.
I never thought I would be here as long as I have. This is most of my life I've spent here. And I thought I was coming for 4 or 5 years.
Yes,
And then,
I think it's a story so many people tell.
Yeah.
And so what was it that drew you here, by the way?
Well, my ex-husband was doing his PhD at the university.
Bless the exes for bringing these wonderful people here.
Thank you.
Yeah, I guess it has an effect on relationships. But, you know, we parted ways, and then I just had started getting into the music community, and things just felt like they were so natural here.
Yes.
And I ended up just staying.
Oh, wow. And where are you from originally?
Originally from Maryland,
Okay.
and then my family moved to Minneapolis.
Okay.
My father was the director of the School of Music.
Oh, beautiful.
He was a composer, and and then I came here in, long time ago.
Okay.
Previous millennium.
Before Maryse in 2001? Okay.
Well, was it before?
I don't know, but I think so.
Yeah, you tell me.
Yeah.
I know her really well. No, but
Read your mind. Yes. It was a cloudy
I know.
day.
I mean,
But we met in, when did we meet?
well, I heard you play with your previous band.
Right.
And then I was like, whoa, she's cool. You had crazy hair, and you were like playing viola, like really into it.
Can you take us back to that day? Like, do you remember where it was or what was
Yes,
going
it was
on?
in Old Town, and I remember it was beautiful, like the room where you were. It was like, not like a venue, like, you know, you were playing at a just special event, and I don't remember the details because Albuquerque was kind of still pretty new to me. Because I lived in northern New Mexico for many years before moving to Albuquerque. But yes, I just remember I thought, note to self, I need to talk to this person. And then a common friend invited both of us to sing together, and then that's when I really met you.
How did that friend decide to have you sing together?
We
Did they
knew
know?
her separately, and she was doing this kind of funny, interesting concert in a yurt
Okay.
And she invited us to come and kind of improvise with her, and also just sing some of our songs. So we all got together beforehand, and I introduced a couple of my songs to her, and I loved her energy and her voice, and she loved my songs, and then we did that show, and that was it.
And how many years ago was this? Shortly before you
This
became
was
a-
about
like,
a year
like
before
16 years ago,
about a
maybe, or
year
something
before
like
we
that?
started
Yeah.
doing our thing.
About a year before.
And then and she just, you know, like 8 months went by.
Yep.
And she emailed me and said, "Hey, Alicia, do you want to try doing some music together?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
of course." And we just started. You know, she
And do you remember
introduced
that
me.
first meetup? Was it like, oh, come over, let's have coffee? Or
Yeah,
did you meet someplace?
basically, right?
Yeah, I went to your place, right?
I don't know.
You lived at a different location and you
Yeah,
had
yeah.
different dogs.
Oh, right. Always
You
have
always
dogs.
have a dog.
Always have a dog.
That's
We
how
know-
that's how you divide the chapters of
Yeah,
your life.
it was that dog. Yeah, no, I remember going to
That
your
was
place.
2 dogs
but-
ago. That
2
was-
dogs ago.
Two dogs
That was a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, we
that's
just started.
how-
She introduced me to some French songs, and I was like, oh yeah, I learned French in high school, but I never really got to do conversational French,
Okay.
you know. So, but I was able to
But
resurrect
singing
my
in French has been really fun, and harmonizing. We
Yeah.
harmonized from the get-go. That's what we
Yeah.
did the first
Yeah.
thing, is harmonizing.
And we just felt that kind of synergy.
Yes.
The harmonizing in the voices and.
Yes.
Oh, and also I had an accordion, which was the accordion was not brand new, but it was new to
Oh,
me.
newsflash. Looks like you're getting a
newsflash.
special gift.
I think there's weather coming.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
Thank you, Shane, for that.
Yeah, thank you. So it's my father's accordion and I was like, Alicia, I've never played, but can I play like 1 note on one of your songs? And then the second time, 2 notes, and then a chord, and then so she allowed me to be a beginner.
I just encouraged her to just explore the instrument.
Okay.
You know, and so we just started. I mean, the accordion kind of pulled us together, and we were doing some really interesting improvisational vocals.
So it sounds like it was something very unique, a
It
connection
was.
in various ways that's not typical from
yeah,
just
no,
meeting someone.
it kind of just kept finding its groove.
Yes.
You know, and I kept introducing her to my songs, and she would bring up French songs, and then we decided, you know, we should make this official.
Yeah.
And because people,
Instead of
like it
just
'cause it's
instead
like
of
a-
just musically dating.
Exactly,
let's
we were
musical.
dating.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
This is so
yeah,
cool.
we just decided that's when we went out for we had done one little gig. We didn't have our name
Yes.
yet.
So you thought maybe it was
Yes.
going to be a little one-off thing or something?
Yeah.
Well,
or
yeah,
see what
kind
it
of.
is?
But,
Yeah.
but then, you know, we got a really nice response. It was in Corrales, at the old Corrales church.
Okay.
And I feel like we didn't deserve that gig quite yet, but
Life
we did
is
it anyway.
weird.
Someone up above thought you did, though.
Yeah,
so.
thank you.
And we went out for a beer, and we were like,
And you drank
writing
your whole
down-
beer,
and
which-
Oh, let's hear that. Yeah,
That's
'cause
the
is
time.
This, okay, because I was
Yeah.
going to ask about the origin of your name.
Yes.
Yeah.
So maybe you can tell.
Well, I was sharing with Seth earlier that Alicia never finishes her drinks, but that one time she did, right?
It was a big beer.
No!
It was a 16 ounce.
No, but you know, anyway, but she drank the whole thing, so I convinced her 16 ounce. We should be called Bébé Lala.
Well, she had started a song called Baby Lala.
Okay.
And it wasn't a finished song, and I said, well, okay, we can call ourselves Baby Lala as long as, you know, the song's not finished.
And then 10 years later,
And then
we
10
finished
years
it.
later, I was like, you have to finish that song. And because it's a very cool song. And
Yes.
so I said, but it needs something.
Yes.
It needs a middle section. So
Okay.
I went into my room, and I was like, it just came to me so fast.
Yeah, so she helped
I
me finish it. Thank
yeah,
you.
it was
I
kind of a collaborative song. And
It's on our newest
on our
album.
newest
And this was a
album.
song you had started writing like before you had even
Oh,
met?
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And then she really liked, we were looking for a name, right, for our band. And we're like, well, it'd be kind of cool to have a name that shows that we do sing in French, but
Yes.
Right.
that's not too difficult to say.
Yeah.
So anyway, so Bébé Lala
And the
just
term
flowed.
means
Yeah, I was gonna ask
acting foolishly, acting childish.
Okay, so that's like an actual
It's actual- it's
expression?
an
or
actual-
It's
something?
an expression, and in the song, anyway, I don't know
Like,
how
did
much
your
I
mom,
want
when
to
you were a
say.
kid, say, enough of this, baby Lala?
Yeah,
Do your
sometimes.
homework or something?
Not so much,
Not like
because
that, no.
fortunately my parents weren't too rude to me.
Oh, okay.
But once in a while they would be. But it's more, but it's an expression.
Okay.
Bébé Lala. It can also be like childlike, but it can be a little negative. But I mostly like the sound of it. And in the song, I am telling someone, you're the one who's
Acting like a baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
But it has a nice sort of playful
Yes.
It does.
feel to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
even if someone has no idea about French, just like it has that feel, just
Right.
the
Yes,
sound of
it
it.
kind
So-
of worked when we
Yeah.
said our name. Like
Yeah.
we had a good reaction with
Yeah.
it. So,
Yeah.
Because I remember I
here we
heard
are.
your name before I ever heard you play. I think it was a list of who was playing somewhere. I just remember like, oh, that's a cool name.
Yeah.
Well, nice.
Yeah.
I'm glad
Yeah.
you drank your whole beer that day.
I know,
'cause,
right?
I mean, I convinced you.
Ah, okay. So that's good to know if there are ever big decisions
Yeah,
in the future
yeah,
to be
just
made.
give me a beer.
That's,
Yeah.
One of those giant 16 ounces.
it's like that. I
which
don't
is
know if you ever
normal.
watched that show Seinfeld. When they want Elaine, they give her some schnapps and she'll give all the secrets. Come on.
Well,
That's it.
people used to say, I worked as a waitress for a while,
Yeah.
and people kept saying, you remind me of Elaine on Seinfeld.
Oh my
I
gosh.
can see a little bit.
Okay, I guess that's a compliment.
That's nice.
I mean, that's a compliment, yeah, because she's
yeah.
she's a pretty cool lady, attractive
Unless
lady,
she's
and-
dancing.
I was just going to ask that. I didn't want to say that.
Oh, that's a whole
No
other
rhythm,
thing
right,
we have.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
We need to
Okay.
explore that.
So that's how the name came about. And did you, just right away get along? Were you kind of like, all right, we're some bands they're a musical partnership, but they're like, oh, we don't hang so much outside. Like, do you
No,
hang out?
we
Or
did.
you
Like
do you
we
ever-
cooked together. We
It's true, we would cook
enjoyed,
together.
like doing things together. So I think we were friends first in a way.
Yeah. They say
But the
that's
music,
best.
the
I mean,
music kinda-
has
yeah.
always been, yeah.
Yeah.
But then we also hang out. But
We
you
play
know,
tennis together.
mostly
Oh,
it's
is that right?
music, but we do,
Yeah.
we play tennis.
Yeah.
We do a few
Yeah.
things. We like to, cook or play
Yeah,
tennis.
but we enjoyed, just
we like to hang out,
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
Yes.
But the music is always there.
kind
too,
of led
you
us
know?
down
Yeah.
the path.
Well,
yeah.
speaking of music, why don't you tell us about the first song we're going to hear?
Oh,
that you're going to
yes.
play?
Oh, this is a French song that was written by Zachary Richard. He's a French-Canadian musician and singer-songwriter who, I think he must be in his mid-80s now. He's amazing. He lived in Louisiana, in Quebec, and in France. And so he's got this interesting way of writing songs. And this is a waltz that we just started doing a few years ago.
So it's really beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, and we do it with the band too, but it's nice, just a duo.
And
So-
sometimes she'll say, "Oh, what about this song?" And I'll go and hear it, and I'll pull up some kind of video about it, and I fall in love with it.
Yes.
Other times I'm like,
She's honest.
maybe not.
She's
But
honest.
it's the same thing with me. I'll bring certain songs to her, like
Yes.
mostly other cover songs. She usually likes my original song.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
love your
compliment.
original songs.
But
Better
this,
than the other way around. I mean, that's quite a testament
Right.
to your songwriting.
yeah. And but this one I just absolutely fell in love with.
Okay.
So we just
Yeah.
started doing it.
Okay. And what the name of this song again is?
Au bord du lac Bijou, which is next to Bijou Lake.
Okay.
So it's somewhere, I think in Quebec. I'm not even sure. It's kind of nice because you can use any place that's meaningful to you. And there's an oak tree and birds, a couple that keep on coming back every year until only one comes back.
Oh.
And then there's a lot more going on, but it's
Okay.
kind of that, yeah.
All right. Well, let's give it a listen.
Dans le sud de la Louisiane, dans le bois d'Atacapa, là où la rivière joint l'Alvé, planté dans l'anse est un vieux chêne vert au bord du lac Bijou. Dans son feuillage où les branches font leurs crochets, les hirondelles viennent chaque printemps. Elles se réfugient dans ce chêne vert au bord du lac. cœur presque cassé, guettant du matin au soir. Jusqu'au dimanche, qui est parti aussi du bord du lac qui joue. Tourne, tourne dans mes bras, tiens-moi serré encore, reste avec moi en bas de chêne vert, au bord du lac qui joue. Reste avec moi en bas de chêne vert, au bord du lac qui joue. Au bord du lac qui joue.
Gorgeous song, absolutely beautiful. I'm glad you chose that one for today. And so, how many songs in French versus English? Like, is it
Yeah.
your repertoire typically?
You know, we've added more and more French
Yes,
songs, I
yes.
think, over the last number of years. We were doing a lot of my original songs.
In English. Yeah.
And then Maryse just recently wrote another song with somebody else.
Yeah, that was
the
fun.
Bébé band has been doing. In fact, we went into the studio to record
Yeah.
that song and our two other new songs. So we'll be releasing those.
Very exciting.
Hopefully in the fall.
Very exciting.
Yeah. And
Yeah, it really is.
yeah, so she's starting to write more, and it's
Yes.
just constant. It's just constantly adding new stuff and
Yeah,
keeping
so
it
there's
fresh.
a lot of life, keeping it right. Because
Yeah.
as long as it's fresh for you, it's going to be fresh for the audience.
I mean, we have to do our old classics and
Yes.
favorites and
Maybe a third in French now?
maybe about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you mentioned the band. So when you first started, it was
Yeah.
just the
Yeah.
duo.
Yeah.
And so how did the band evolve from that?
Well,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
we had done so much with the duo. We really did
For
quite a
many
lot.
years, yeah.
and all different kinds of venues, and then I think it was probably when we were doing our first CD. We wanted to have a
Oh,
band.
yeah, we had guest musicians.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how far into your partnership did you record your
so,
first album?
We started in 2010, and we completed the CD in 2005.
In
So-
2000 what?
I mean, sorry,
15?
2015.
Oh, I
Yes.
was gonna be
Yeah.
like, time travel.
I know,
that's
we time
amazing.
travel, that's a thing.
Yeah, one of my songs
It's a
is about that.
superpower. Well, you do have a song.
I'm like, I got to hear the rest of
Yeah.
the story.
I forgot the
Like,
one.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Okay,
2015,
sure,
yeah.
yeah.
And then we.
So that's a
we
good
had
long while of
We take
building
hours.
up to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we kind of
We're
developed
not
it.
we take our time. We're
Yeah.
not very
Yeah, but that's
fast at
good.
doing it.
No
Yeah,
rush, no
but we're
need to rush
steady
these
and we
things.
keep
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
No reason to rush.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't rush.
But we had
anything.
different players on that CD than we do on the newer CD.
Okay, okay.
So we went through different people, and for
Well,
the
some
band.
of them
and-
moved away.
yeah, our
Our
dear,
dear bass player.
Mike Fox moved back to North Carolina
Okay.
after we finished the CD. But we, you know, we were able to get different people to
Yeah.
come in and do their job, and
And now
then-
for many years we've been playing with
Yeah,
Nicky
So
Patton and Joe Chelman.
Oh, okay, so it's kind of a solid.
Yeah, it's
now
pretty
it's
solid.
kind
That's
of
kind of
yeah.
our band.
We call them the Baby Boys.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't
okay.
know, but nice.
Baby Boys.
Well, I'll let them know. And then we have a few like guest musicians we like to work with because we love to have trumpet or saxophone or when we can, depending on
Yes.
the venue.
Yeah,
So-
so the first CD was very organic the way it happened.
Yeah.
And we were doing the song Au Pays de ton corps, which is another beautiful French song. And I happened, I work at the Outpost Performance Space.
Yes.
I happened to see Bobby Shu. He was there one night at the concert, and I said, Bobby, any chance you would be willing to come and play on a song on our CD? And he said, oh, sure.
Wow.
It's so generous
Yeah.
and so lovely.
I
And
love that about New Mexico and Albuquerque.
Yes.
So these incredibly talented people who are just so humble
generous.
and kind.
Yeah,
and
they want to
Yes.
be part of things,
Yeah.
and so he came to the studio, and it just sounds so beautiful.
And we even had like a few years after I forget, time is a little.
Oh yeah, we did a
fluid,
concert with him.
but with him in
Yeah.
Corrales.
Yeah.
So I love how we meet people with
evolution,
music,
yeah.
through music,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And how, beautiful
And then on
evolution.
one of our songs, Ruins, it's one of the first songs I wrote when I moved here.
I love that
it's
song.
a very,
it's my mom's favorite song. Did you know?
I know.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people's favorite song. Which is really cool. It's a very
Well, it must
spiritual
connect,
song.
they
Yeah.
must
Yeah.
connect to
It does. And it actually won an award in the Native American category for the New Mexico Music Awards, which I was really, touched by because,
Yeah.
I'm not
Congratulations.
Native American, but it really is a tribute to the pre-Columbian people
Yeah.
who were here before.
And Watsinu Little Clown.
Watsinu Little Clown. He came to one of our shows and he's like, I really love that song. And I said, well, we happen to be recording it in the studio. Do you want to come down?
So again, he came.
Again,
He brought
yeah.
his medicine box and he played the flute. He played a variety of things, and he was behind us. We didn't always know what he was pulling out of the box.
Yeah.
And it was.
But then he did the chanting.
And he did the chanting.
And so it's this
Yeah.
gorgeous. So he's on that recording,
Incredible.
and it was so beautiful. I mean,
And obviously, when it was written, you didn't, in your mind, imagine this is what it would culminate
No.
into.
I mean, in a way, I did.
I guess you probably
because I
did.
was connecting with that.
Yeah.
Right. Isn't
Yeah.
it wild,
Nice.
like how
So, it's like
the
he
universe
came-
comes together
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
to when
yeah.
a vision is pure like
Totally. Yeah. So
We'd
that
love
was-
to
that
see
was
him and
very
play
special.
again with him.
Yeah. I tried to find him,
There's
but
cycles
I couldn't
through.
find him.
Yeah, we
When
don't know
the
where
time
he
is
is now.
right.
When
Yeah.
the time is right.
Yeah.
Especially since we traveled through
Yeah.
time. I mean, that should be easy.
Yeah, yes, anything's possible
Yeah.
now. So after that first album where you had these other musicians, did that then kind of make more of the live performances with the band and other people, or did you stick to
We
being
did start performing more with the band.
Okay.
Especially
And-
for slightly bigger venues or
Right.
sometimes our sound, we really wanted to have bass.
Yes.
Here we are harmonizing.
Yes.
It's beautiful, but
Yeah.
it's kind of up there.
Well,
and it's nice to have the
the
bass.
songs
and-
grow when you add instrumentation.
Yeah.
Yes.
They just become, more of a song.
Yes.
And it's kind of a nice. It fleshes things out, and
Yes.
it was fun to play with, a drummer, and it sort of kicks it in.
Sure,
and,
sure, kind of builds
Yeah.
up that sound,
Yeah,
to a bigger sound.
yeah. And now,
absolutely.
I mean, Joe Chelman is so awesome. He's such a sensitive drummer, and he just listens. He doesn't overplay.
Yes.
He's really versatile. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're lucky to play with Mickey as
And
well.
then and Mickey Patton,
Yes.
yeah, who's just like the busiest bass player in town.
I know, but he still always says
And
yes.
he's so committed.
it's
I love
Yeah,
it because
yeah.
sorry, he's busy, but somehow
That's
I
what they
makes
say.
it
If you
work.
want someone, ask someone who's busy, because
Oh, okay,
usually
yeah.
people are busy. They're very good at
They're- yeah,
budgeting their
that's true.
time.
Yeah.
People who are,
That's true.
I don't know, I might be napping that
Yeah.
week. I'm
yeah.
not sure,
He's like, I only have one more gig that day. Like,
Yeah.
it should be fine. You're like,
It's
okay, Mickey,
incredible. It's
it's
incredible.
Well,
You
and the
know-
beautiful thing too is that he just contributes so much.
Yes.
He doesn't wait for us to tell him,
Yes.
this
Yes,
should be
yes.
this way and that
Yes,
should be that way. He
yes.
just, which is how I love to work
Yes,
anyway.
yes, yes.
I like if you're gonna.
I
bring
love
in-
like when on the set list he's like, "What? We're not gonna do that song." Like and then he's like, "We need to do."
You
Sometimes we're
forgot
like,
one.
"Yeah."
Write it here.
Anyway, we're lucky. We work with
Incredible.
good people.
And have you done some traveling? Are you mostly in
Mostly
New
here.
Mexico? Or is that something that
we were
was
just
of
talking about
interest
that.
to
It's
do?
time to go on tour.
Yeah,
You
we
know,
on and off
yeah.
we've been talking about this because Alicia's family in Minneapolis, your twin sister, we worked with her when we recorded. She plays the cello. She's a very what's the word? Not just busy, but in demand cellist, and she's a teacher too. But anyway, it would be great to go to Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Not in the winter, but
No, good choice. I'm from Wisconsin.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
so we'll pick the right
Fall is the best time.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
fall anyway,
yeah.
and go do a little tour there. That'd be great, and play with her.
Yeah.
We're thinking sometime maybe we should go close to Montreal or in
I
Montreal.
was just going
That's
to
where
ask
I'm
that.
from,
I
right?
was just
Oh my
thinking.
gosh.
I was
Yes.
thinking, 'cause here,
Talk about testing my French.
Right. I mean, I'm sure they would appreciate, because then they, of course, appreciate the French songs, but then the English mixed in
Yeah,
with it.
Absolutely, and it's
sure-
perfect.
Yeah.
Mix
Yeah,
the-
yeah.
And it would be so fun. So
Yeah.
maybe,
Well, may that seed be planted and and blossom and
The furthest we've been,
something
we went to
always-
Santa Fe.
We went to Santa Fe. Very far.
We sang. We're going to sing again in Santa Fe this fall. But we went to TRC. That was
right,
years and
we
years
did, we
ago.
did, yes,
I mean,
yeah.
that's not a tour, but it was
But it
fun. We
sounds
stayed
like
a few.
a-
We actually stayed a few
fun.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, but that's no, we haven't.
But something always
fun.
seems to propel us along.
Yes.
You know, whether
yes.
it's that we want a band now, or we're going to do another CD, or we're going to do another
So
recording.
maybe the tour is the
It
next
just
thing.
always, you know, we both live our lives and do other things.
And
But
do you, like when you're having times of uncertainty or having decisions to make, do you ever like oh, let's like pray on this or look to the moon or like I don't know, are you
if
like
we have
spiritual
a-
people or like how do you?
I think we eat. We cook.
Yeah.
more yourself.
She makes scones, and she's like, I made more scones. She has lemon cookies for me after. I guess it's, if I behave, she gives me
I do like to
cookies.
bake.
Oh,
yeah,
wonderful.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So that's a good team. Someone
I mean,
likes to
that's
bake,
very
someone likes to eat.
therapeutic
It's a
to me, yeah.
good partnership.
I love that partnership. No, but seriously, I wonder, what do we do? We haven't
You know,
really.
I think we both have our different spiritual paths.
Yes,
Mm-hmm,
yes.
And you know, things
Yeah,
that
and then
we
we-
are passionate about, whether it's my animals
Yes.
or her yoga or
Mindfulness
mindfulness
meditation.
Yes.
meditation. You know, and that I think we find our balance that way.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because our first CD, Highwire, was actually all about finding balance in life.
Yes.
And
Walking
there was
the
this
high
thread
wire.
that sort of goes through the whole CD, which is
Yes.
really about finding your balance, you know, whether
Beautiful.
you're in this situation or that situation.
Well, that's something I think we can all
Yeah.
relate and connect with
Yeah.
because we're
Yeah.
all in times where we need that.
Yeah.
For sure.
And then, you know, fast forward to our next CD, which was we did during COVID. And, you know, we called it A Curious Series of Unexpected Events.
That's an
Yeah,
appropriate
well, that's a
name.
good name.
Because that was like, woo,
Yeah,
it was
didn't
one
see that
thing
one
out, you
coming,
know. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
incredible.
yeah.
Wow. Well, tell us what's the next song you are going to bless us with?
The next
Losing
one is
Faith,
an
I believe.
original of mine.
Okay.
it's actually my newest song.
Oh, incredible.
And
what a treat.
it was inspired by a car accident that I was in, where I was flipped over. My
Oh
car
my
was hit from
gosh.
behind. I was flipped over. I ended up on my head.
Yeah.
Thank
I
God.
am
Always.
I
very
remember
glad
what
you
day
were
it
here.
happened.
Thank you. Yeah.
October 20th.
October 20th. Yeah.
But that was 3 years ago?
3 years ago.
It's like I know the date, but I'm
Yeah.
like the years.
You're a
Yeah.
walking miracle.
My
Yeah.
mom says that. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, well, and I always tell people, because I was literally pulling into my driveway.
Oh my God.
And, you know, and I thankfully didn't take my seatbelt off.
Oh my
Because who knows?
Oh,
at
yeah,
this
sometimes
point,
you do that, right? You're
Yeah.
almost
Yeah,
home.
like
you're
alone,
like,
yeah.
I do it all the time.
Yeah.
But it was like boom, and I flipped over, ended up in my neighbor's driveway, upside down. My car was completely totaled, and so anyway, I was very, very lucky. I didn't have any broken bones, no internal bleeding,
But you were
I did
so-
have pneumonia.
Oh, you did. You had pneumonia, and you had, like, you were not yourself for a good year.
Yeah, it
Like,
was- yeah.
it was interesting,
sure I can-
energetically.
Yeah.
And you wanted to write that song.
Yeah.
And
I wanted a catharsis of some
Yes.
kind, but I could not. It really took me 2 years.
I believe it.
Yeah,
I mean,
because psychically, physically, all emotionally, all this
I
stuff
can't
that you go
imagine the
through.
different things that must have been
Really,
going
it's
through your head at that
intense,
time.
yeah. And
and
then
I
just,
love that song. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And many people have, you know, sometimes people come after a show and they talk to you and they're like,
yeah.
wow, that
And
song.
what's the name of it one more time?
So it's called Never Promise Tomorrow.
Never promised tomorrow.
And it was, you know, I didn't want to write about an accident. I
Yes.
wanted to write about what comes after that and,
Yes.
and what you learn from it and
Yes.
what you gain from it. And it's really basically live your best life.
Yes.
Now.
You know,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah,
it. This is
right,
what you have.
right.
And
Sometimes it takes something like that to make that just
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
clear.
Yeah.
Even though we hear that, sometimes not that we need
right,
that, but it takes
exactly.
something like that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, first off, I'm so grateful that you are still here with us. And
I am too.
Look forward to hearing the song.
Yeah.
Live your biggest life today. Give your heart away. Dance like you're a dervish on the stage. Say say what's on your mind. Leave the past behind. Lose yourself in everything you find. 'Cause you never promised tomorrow. And you never promised today. And you never promised tomorrow. And you never promised today. Hold your lover close. Tell them they're the most. Open all the windows to your soul. Look beyond the clouds. Dream your dreams out loud. Throw your caution to the wind. 'Cause you never promised tomorrow. And you never promised today. And you never promised tomorrow. And you never promised today. Leave your footprints in the sand when it's time to go. How long you'll be here, not for us to know. So tell your stories now, before the sun goes down. Celebrate the cracks in every sound. Stand out in the rain. Wash away your pain. Travel far and wide and back again. But you never promised tomorrow. And you never promised today. And you never promised tomorrow. And you never promised today. And you never promised tomorrow. And you never promised today.
Well, powerful event leading to a powerful song.
Yeah.
And I just love how your voices and your sound comes together. Is that how do you, when you, so you wrote that song on your own, and
Yeah.
when you bring a song to Maryse,
Yeah.
how do you develop, harmonies and parts come about? What's that process like?
Yeah, that song, I mean, usually if I bring a song to her, at the beginning, I think I was coming up with a lot of the harmonies, but then she got more and more, comfortable with just doing whatever.
Yeah.
And I was comfortable with her just coming up with her own harmonies. Yes. And, we'll work them for a while.
Sure.
Sometimes you know very clearly certain things, or at least you want me to try something, so
Right.
you guide me, and I really like that. And then I kind of sit, I'm like, I want to just sit with the song.
For a while.
Sure.
Yeah.
So and then usually the next time we meet,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, okay, I guess that's that. Like, we don't work it out, we don't write it down, we don't,
Okay,
it's like,
okay.
Well, we do write notes because we forget from one minute to the next.
That was a great idea.
What did we come up with?
It's true, though. We write little notes
idea. Yeah.
because we used to think we'd remember. Yeah, and sometimes I record like trickier parts. Like I'm just
Sure,
like, wait,
sure.
this is I
Like,
don't want to forget
I might
this.
not remember this.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And then I sing it a few times on my own, and then it just sticks.
And then it just sort of starts to gel.
Yeah.
Like certain harmonies feel really good.
Yes.
And same thing with working with the band. You know, like we started doing the song one way, where I was just like starting in on, you know, the song. And Mickey, like, you know, he's like, maybe you should just start with just the voice, you know, and really like build up, and because
Yes.
that's kind of how life is.
Yeah,
And so that's what we've done.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I it's a fun evolution how the song, and you know, songs that we wrote 10 years ago and we're doing now will change, you know, from what we did 10 years ago to what we are doing now.
Yeah.
So
what would you say is the, you know, because maybe people play together for a while and then, you know, they go their separate paths. To have been playing together for so long, I know it's not always an easy thing, you know, as wonderful as anybody is.
Totally.
And, you know, just life happens, there's different things.
Yeah.
What would you say are some things that have kept your paths together over all this
I
time?
love that question because before we did our, we celebrated our 15-year anniversary at the Outpost Performance Space last November. And before that, we sat down and we said, you know, let's just like write questions and answer them with each other.
Like little prompts,
Kind of
you know?
prompts,
Yeah, because you know you go
that.
with what you think your reasons are,
Yeah.
and then you go a little deeper, and you're like, wait, you know, that was
Yeah.
really fun.
It
to
was
do
a
this
really good
process.
Can you think of
exercise.
an example of any of those that?
Well, I mean, we were like, you know, what are the 3 things that have kept you engaged with this?
Yeah.
for
Which is a
15
little
years?
bit your question,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, and then
And, you know, one of them is a synergy. I think we wrote.
oh gosh, I don't remember exactly.
I don't remember exactly what we wrote, but you know, our friendship and
Yeah.
the fact that we I think love and are inspired by each other in different ways.
Yeah.
And humor.
Yes.
Yeah, we
You
have
know?
so much fun together.
Yeah, yeah.
We laugh a lot.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's true. There's, you know, I work with preschoolers, and I have this silly quotient that's pretty high, and we can connect in that way together too. I feel
Yeah.
like, you know, humor is such a good release.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Well,
think
and
it means we
even on
trust
stage,
each other.
on stage,
Yeah.
you know, like we can,
Yeah.
we're sort of in sync with each other
Yeah.
when funny things happen. You know, like okay,
Yes.
you take this one. You know,
And I think there's
Yeah.
something when there's a certain level of
Trust.
trust, like
Yeah.
you said,
Yeah.
definitely trust, and also a level of mutual respect that you
Yeah.
both know
Yeah.
that enables then to hear each other's truths without
Yeah. Totally
without
true.
knowing this is only coming from a place of love and someone who respects me.
Right.
You know, sometimes you can't be honest with people because you don't trust them or you don't
Right.
know what's behind it. But it sounds like
Right.
you, over these years, you have such a trust and a mutual appreciation
Yeah.
and admiration that
Yeah.
you can hear each other. So if you
Yeah, I
don't
think-
agree on
Yeah.
something,
and
you know, it's going to
recognize
make
that
it
we're
better.
human. You know,
Yeah.
that we're not always
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
like everything that each other does, and
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
any relationship.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, but you push through that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what gets you to.
And
the
that's what makes you both better. You,
Yeah,
you realize you're
exactly.
both making each other
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, but I mean, so many times people have asked us if we're sisters.
Yeah.
And it's so
And,
funny
you know,
because we don't really
No,
very
I mean,
much look
I have
alike.
brown
but,
eyes, dark hairs.
But we are in some ways. There's like a I don't
Sisters
know
from
how this
another
works.
mother.
Yeah, I guess
Sister
so.
from another mister.
It's so yes, and I think that we have a respect of each other's rhythm. Like sometimes
Yeah.
it's like, wait, I need to take a
Yeah.
just like I don't need to get all busy with all the gigs.
Yeah.
And
Right.
other times we're like, oh, I'm inspired.
Yeah.
I think we've had
Yeah.
this kind of respect for each
Yeah.
other's.
You both have this
rhythm.
vibe that you can. I don't know, but it feels like you both are like, yeah, she's pretty cool. This lady next to me.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
yeah.
I just kind of have that vibe, like
I love it.
just the way you kind of glance at each other, like, yeah, she's pretty cool.
I'm a little like, oh man,
That's true.
that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Incredible. And so, a lot of times when I'm seeing people play and who I get to know their music, I was wondering, so what do they do when they're not up there writing music or performing music? What do each of you mentioned a little bit of tennis and some yoga. What is something that people don't know about you that you know, fills your heart or fills your spirit or calms your soul?
Well, gosh, a lot of things.
Your dogs.
My dogs, I mean, they're my heart and soul.
Right, I think I even met one of them at the...
You did, Latka.
Yeah,
the
Latka.
little Latka.
Yes.
You just want to eat them up.
Yes, with a little bit of applesauce and sour
Oh,
cream.
man.
Yeah. You know, they're really precious, and they're such souls, you know, and they
I wonder if we could answer for each other. I'm kidding. You should explain. But because I'm like, dogs and your sisters.
That's an interesting idea.
And
yeah.
Anyway, but I think
but
I don't want to
you're right.
pretend.
My
but
family.
we know each other pretty well.
Yes.
I like that idea.
I like that idea too. Maybe after the next song we'll have a few questions.
Oh gosh, now it's gonna be like
I mean, I love tennis. I love playing tennis. We played.
Yes, we were due
Yeah,
for another.
you kicked my
She
butt,
said
but
you
you know.
play so hard.
She went easy on me. I
But that is one of my passions for sure.
Yes.
And you know, and I do like to bake. Yeah.
That's always a good quality in a bandmate.
Oh yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, I
change
started
anything.
a whole thing during COVID of making scones.
Wow, okay.
So I have a whole. I'm going to
Gluten
write a
free,
book.
so everyone's happy.
I'm going to write a book about. I mean, like a scone book because they all have a very special name. And
She's got the French Canadian.
you know, every time I go back to
With maple
Minneapolis, they
Yes.
demand that I make scones for them.
Okay.
You know, so
multi-talented here. Goodness.
it's my therapy.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's funny, I also like to cook. It's a little different. I don't really cook for others too much.
Yeah.
Although I do like, it's a way for me to love. Like, I do like,
Well,
so
I
there's.
remember that was one of the things we loved to
Yeah.
do. You know, at the beginning,
Yeah.
we'd cook together and.
What a
And I'm
great way to
very
bond.
active.
Yeah.
We play tennis together, not super often.
Do you
I'm
play
more-
like matches? Are you competitive
No,
or you just
no,
like
we
to-
just hit.
I'm
Just
not.
around.
I'm kind of catching up. You know, I'm a little late.
Gotcha.
What's
So you just
the
like to
expression,
hit
late to the
some
game?
rounds around, huh?
But she
but
has her
it's so
She has her
fun.
signature Maryse shot.
Oh yeah, it feels so good to hit the ball.
Kind of a cross court thing. Yeah.
Yes, and
Backhand,
she's like,
forehand.
whoa, here it is again. Yeah.
Wow.
So we're both pretty active. We do slightly different things.
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of yoga for a long time. Hot yoga. I
hiking?
just like, hiking. I love being in nature, climbing. I love climbing, rock climbing. I love being out there. What else?
She's also a massage therapist.
Oh, that's true. I'm like, what else do I
we
do?
should
I'm a
answer
massage
for each other,
therapist.
right?
Yes, thank you.
See, this is good. If someone doesn't do a complete enough answer, you
You're
can
like,
fill
wait,
it.
don't forget. You're a massage therapist. That's true. Energy work, massage,
And
sound
did this start
healing.
after you got to New Mexico, or had you already been doing
No,
this?
this is
even
fairly
before?
new. I went back to school in 2021 for massage.
Okay.
COVID was still kind of happening. We had our little masks and all, but it was like good timing in a way to do
Yeah,
this and get
sure.
fed in that way. And
Yes.
and also, you know, I was going through a separation, a divorce. It was nice to just change it up a little bit, you know. And
Yes.
it's been really good to do this.
And she helped me after my accident.
That's true.
She gave me a few really amazing
Grounding
treatments.
Wow.
And
massages.
it was
Incredible.
great.
So you've been able to be there for each other in
Yeah.
so many ways on and off the stage and in
Yeah,
different parts
for
of your
sure.
life.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I
I
can
know I
see
can
why
call
that-
her when,
Yeah.
for sure.
Wow. Do you ever have, like, if you're, you know, you have those friends who, you know, when you're going home from someplace late at night or you're on the way and it might be a quick call, like, do you just have a quick chat?
We
or
don't do that a
not
huge
so much?
amount,
Yeah.
but when something we're able to be, hey, I need to talk. Like it's not super often. We're not chit chatting. We're not necessarily the friends we call when we need to go
Gotcha.
shop for therapy or like we have other
Right.
like I'm saying this because I know you
yeah.
like to shop for therapy,
Yeah.
a little bit. I mean, it's not extravagant, but you go
Yeah,
buy a new
yeah.
mug or something,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
And no, but I mean, it's not like you buy like a crazy car or something.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my gosh, or fancy little socks or
Right.
something. And by the way, that reminds me of Laura. Hi, Laura Di Mauro. We should,
Oh,
because we played with her, and I know that we have a beautiful network of people
Yes.
around each other, around both of us, right? So
Yeah.
so there's a lot of things we don't do together, but I think we have something that has a depth to it,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
that feels nourishing.
Yes.
So yeah,
So when there's big decisions or someone you really need to talk to, you can
Yeah,
count on
exactly,
them for that.
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, when we were having our 15-year anniversary thing,
We slowed
talking
down a little bit
lot
and talked more. Yeah.
Figuring it all out. And
We did some tea tasting and
very nice.
created like tea with
we
New Mexico Tea
created
Company.
A
That was
Baby
so fun.
Lala tea with the New Mexico Tea
Yes,
Company.
I know. I'm so excited. You give
Yes, you'll have to taste it.
I
People
will.
love it.
I'm going to listen to the
really
CD
yummy.
while drinking
Yeah,
the
that's
tea.
it. That's the
Maybe
way.
I'll
We sold a lot
I'll
of
watch
tea.
the episode and listening to the tea. I'll be surrounded by you from
We
all
actually
my
sold a
senses.
lot,
experience.
right?
Yes.
And Neil at AMP Concerts,
Yeah.
he's now selling it at some of his
awesome.
concerts. Yeah.
It was fun because usually we kind of go. We're kind of, we move, we do a lot of things.
Yeah.
But we slowed down a little bit around the 15th anniversary to do things that we don't do usually.
Yeah.
Trying tea. We even filmed, anyway, we made it a fun thing.
Good. I mean, it's a special. It's
it
not
was
a
very- it
small
was
thing
very
to
special.
15 years for
We just thought,
anybody and
why
anything.
not?
That's
Yeah,
Yes.
it was very
quite an
special. Yeah.
accomplishment.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so tell us what song are we going to hear?
Oh, yeah.
What's next?
You know, I think we're doing Au fond du lac.
Oh, Fond du Lac.
It's another French song. This one was written
Fond du Lac?
Au fond du lac, in
Au
the
fond.
bottom of the lake. So
Because I know
that's-
there's a city in Wisconsin called Fond du Lac.
Fond du Lac, yes, that's true.
Is that,
Yes,
is
that's
that
so true.
same words or?
Au fond du lac. I'm sure the name of this place comes
Yeah.
from,
Yeah,
at the
it
bottom
probably
of the
does,
lake.
yeah.
And there's myths and stories about lovers being in the bottom of the lake. And I'm not too sure what this one is about. There's some interesting, intense kind of darkness, but
Yeah.
also beautiful things that come up from stuff that had been hidden for a while.
Yes.
I would say. And I like the way that it goes. A friend of mine had said, hey, I think you'd love that song. It was about 10 years ago,
Yeah.
Christopher Fréchette. So Feu Follet, that's the name of the band. And I need to check, because I forget if they were born in the Maritimes and moved to Louisiana. I'm not sure, but they've been musicians since they were like 12, or something. And we became aware of their music when they were just like 25, but they had been playing for 15 years, you know what I mean? Anyway, so people like that. Sorry, I'm talking a lot. But we like the song and accordion
fun 'cause
and
you-
viola. Because we love to do accordion and viola. We don't have a lot of songs where we do that, so we want to expand that. It's a little, not new, but just the two of us doing that, it's
Yeah.
a little bit new. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, let's listen to it.
Yes.
Can't wait to hear it.
Y a une pierre au fond du lac où mon amour est endormi. Y a un lac en bas du pont où il a pleuré. Mais s'il décide de remonter à la surface, peut-être bien que je vais pouvoir le consoler. Le ciel était si beau avant que tu amènes la pluie, mais on s'habitue à être inondé. Les fleurs et le soleil me manquent le long de la journée. Redonne-moi tout ce que tu m'as pris. Y a des malheurs éparpillés dans la maison où il m'a aimé, là où on entend encore pleurer. Tu peux entendre les échos de toutes les années qu'on a passées à se chavirer tous les esprits. Le ciel était si beau avant que tu amènes la pluie, mais on s'habitue à être inondé. Les fleurs et le soleil me manquent le long de la journée. Redonne-moi tout ce que tu m'as pris.
I have to say, the harmonies that were created with the viola and the accordion were hypnotizing. Absolutely
cool.
hypnotizing. And so you say you don't do too many songs with this
We
arrangement?
want to do more.
I don't do a lot of viola with Bébé La because I'm usually playing guitar.
Sure, sure.
Haven't figured out how to do both at the same time. But
Come on, Alicia.
If anyone can do it.
I know. Yeah.
Well, slowly and surely, I'm getting a little better and a little better. So
Right,
I'm
yeah.
able to do a little
Yep.
bit more because she's been having to be the steady
Right.
when we're just the two of us.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, but just the dynamics of hearing when you were going through the songs and just the the dynamics of it, of suddenly this different arrangement
Yeah.
was just just kind of took it to another place.
Yeah.
So do you like that? You know what I'm talking about? Like when there's like a certain part in the song
Yeah.
where they just landed. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
well, I was doing a
vibrationally
little
or
bit of a
frequency-wise, but
drone.
yeah,
You know, like just holding a note for a few.
Like, did you discover that, or were you trying to were you playing? You're like, whoa, what just happened there?
I don't, it's funny. Went to go back when we first started working on that song. I just remember coming up with that part, and just following kind of the melody, but doing something a little
because something, and I'm sure,
different.
I had this image of like when there's like some flames and they come together and something
Whoa.
bigger than their
cool.
individual selves.
Yeah.
Came,
Wow.
I'm sure, like when people hear, I'm sure. I mean,
that's
I'm sure I'm not
cool.
the first person to think that, but it's like physically.
Well, I mean, it's
takes
and
you.
it's kind of cool because I think it sort of mirrors what the song is
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
and what
Yeah.
it's about. It's sort of like coming up from the
Yeah.
bottom of the lake, and
Yes.
and then there's something else going on.
Yeah.
But
you
it's
know.
true that I like the sound of the viola and the accordion.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
there's something, and you really improvise beautifully. You're in a beautiful kind of relaxed space, I
Yeah,
think,
thank
when
you.
you play the viola.
Yeah,
And-
we also do some viola harmonium
Oh, okay.
stuff, which is really beautiful too. Yeah.
And it's interesting because it's more common for people to hear violins. You don't
Yeah.
often hear a
Yeah.
viola.
Oh, yeah, right.
And the viola is such a rich.
Yeah.
a
I always say
warm,
the
deep
viola is
sound.
the bigger, better violin.
Yes.
Whoa, you're not.
See,
Partial.
I actually that was actually the first instrument I ever played was actually the viola.
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
But
wow.
I more kind of like faked it because I didn't really know how to do it. And I remember my dad would always make these like viola jokes. He was a trombone player. He'd say, the only thing better about the viola is, I don't know if you ever.
Yeah, always.
Okay, I don't need to tell you, but I mean, as I got older, and I really
It burns
appreciate.
longer than the
I know, I
violin.
don't have to say that, but to
So
hear an
sad.
instrument that, especially to be standing, just feet away from it,
Yeah.
to feel the vibration
Yeah,
of the
I love
instrument.
hearing
it's
the-
such a
Well, you know
powerful-
what? The reason I picked that instrument because my dad was a composer. Our parents didn't force us to play music. We were
Yeah.
just around it, and he took me to hear this man, Raphael Hillier, in a viola recital,
Yeah.
and I was blown away. I mean, he was amazing, and the sound was so gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to play that someday.
And so, how
Wow.
old were you when you first started playing?
It was 8.
So you're 8. So
Yeah.
and so was that
But I
before
wasn't
the guitar?
very dedicated. I mean,
Yeah.
I really didn't start really getting into. I mean, I got my degree in music and
Yeah.
did the orchestra thing, and but then I kind of veered off and went into arts administration and wasn't doing that much
Yeah.
with it. I played with my sisters in Minneapolis. It was when I came here and I started doing more improvising and with poets and different groups, and that I really started developing my own sound, I think.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah.
Well, sure glad you all came together and met, and
Aw.
relationships happen as they will, and they sometimes happen for a reason, sometimes
Yeah.
to take
Yeah.
you to where you need to be next. And it's been a incredible journey you've been on, and
Yeah.
hopefully you're not even a third of the way into your
Oh,
journey.
Thank you.
You never know. But
Yeah.
it's just been a joy and a pleasure just getting to hear a bit about the stories behind the music and your personal stories.
Thank you.
And any closing words you want to take us out with? I don't know, just life lessons you've learned or gratitudes or anything you want to send
well,
to the
I
world.
think on our journey, we continually, I think, in different ways, remind each other why we're on this journey
Yes.
together, and that, at a certain point, it will you know, we'll go on to different things.
Yes.
But somehow it's just, I think, a reminder of how special something like this can be.
Yes.
You know, and you keep finding new inspiration, and you know, you keep getting new fans, and there's something is always propelling you forward. And so it's kind of special in that way.
A gift that you share and a gift that you get to receive while you're giving, which is like the ultimate lottery of life, I would say. All right, well, you're going to take us out with one last song. Can you just tell us about what the song you're going to send us off with?
Upper. It's actually, it is.
I mean, it is. I mean, your harmonies in this one are absolutely incredible. And, you know, sometimes songs that are heavy or whatever, they do fill the heart.
Yeah,
so.
that's true. And I mean, this song is actually started out as about a falling out between friends. But then it became more universal, which a lot of them do. And it's really about losing faith in humanity.
Yes.
You know, what are we doing to each other and to ourselves and to the world? And the good news is that the friendship was reignited, and it was, you know, a nice ending.
Good.
But the song doesn't go there.
Right.
It stays in the dark
I love
place.
that song.
But it's still kind of a spiritual journey, I guess.
Okay, well, that's something I think everyone who's going to hear it is going to connect with and relate to and be grateful for. Well, Alicia and Maryse, it's just been a pleasure, and I hope to have you back, and just thank you for what you put out into the world, your inspiration and your music and your kindness, and just blessings to all you do.
It was so fun.
Thank you,
Thank
and
you,
we're
Seth.
so glad you're
Yes.
back.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm glad to be back. Well, we'll look forward to some tennis together.
Yes,
and,
for sure.
And to some tea and some music.
Right.
Perfect.
There you
All
go.
right, we've been with Bébé Lala. It's been a pleasure, and all the best to everybody out there.
I am losing faith. I know the stranger on the street better than I know you, my friend of 7 years. You turned my concern for you into some wicked words. Didn't you see the damage it would bring? I'm losing faith. My confidence betrayed. You're losing grace. You look the other way. I'm losing faith in all the human race. But it's a cold, cruel world, so full of sad surprises. And it's a cold, cruel hand, the devil in disguise. And it's a cold, cruel world when it's so hard to recognize a bleeding